Hello, this is Jenny Lee from jennysite.net. I decided to record this because I got on YouTube really exhausted and tired and I was fumbling. So I should have already went on there and did that because I wasn't quite prepared. So I'm gonna go over this stuff today on several subjects and maybe going over some stuff I talked about yesterday. And then I started drawing for D-dimensional beings. I got frustrated 2 days ago, started trying to do a bigger picture of looking at different doors going through, and they decided that they're like, listen, they have to accept what we look from behind before they even see our face. So I'm kind of showing you elusive images and colors that they show me because humans need to get to the point of acceptance. Things are getting better, but you know, it's going to take some time. So I remote viewed this, and I'm working on a theme of these because you see so many, I'd say, alien pictures, and they really try to make it look like they're humans. And the only alien that they showed me that looks like a human is Pleiades. The rest of them don't. But if you start to get your conscience around that understanding that they do not look like us, your veil of understanding will be better at that point when you do see them appear. So it's something that's important and for you not to fear. So I can tell you across the board, Pleiades is the only one that looks like humans. So I'm doing several drawings of these beings, but I'm going to kind of show you this one. And this is from the back end of things. And I kind of told you guys that they wear a lot of cloaks. And this is energy in the 4D. And this is actual human. This is the only human here. The rest are not. You know, and they're all focused on the light going into the energy and feeling the frequency. As you notice, everything is elusive. You know, there's no fear here. You just have to accept energy and colors and light that work together in a very non-weight type of scenario that I see. So we have to get out of the human concept at these and focus on what they really look like so they can appear to you. And cloaks are a big deal in 4D and 5D. It means a lot whether they cover themselves up with their energy or they expose it, but I've seen these cloaks forever. It's on my cover of my book too. They were. So this is the only human right here, and she's following the light and the beings. And some of them are not. They're angelic presence right here. And so it kind of shows you as they walk, it's a frequency energy that shifts. You're not moving like you walk as a human. So it's something I wanted to show you. That's just one drawing I did because I'll redraw them over and over until I feel like I'm got them right. And so I get frustrated when I draw sometimes because I'm trying to get to that point and they're like, nope, this ain't working. Try something new. Because right now there's just so much disinformation out there and they can't show you their actual drawings and formats for a reason. They can't draw them. Or they can, you actually see them. So question that a lot on that understanding. And everything should be in documentation. So let's go back to remote viewing. It's been active, cold cases, different type of cases, artifact cases, broad cases. It's been pretty active for that. So I've been doing a lot of remote viewing. And I don't know how these functioning remote viewers, how their hours are, but I work a lot, you know, and and teach remote viewing on top of that. So it's a lot of time, but this is my biggest aspect, I think, for myself, is that I can do this very easily. So I wanted to talk to you also about gardening. Gardening is going to be important this year, so you need to start preparing for it now. Buying the seeds from your local markets, not Walmart, not the bigger franchises. You will find people selling the seeds, farmers, I don't care. You need to garden this year because they're showing me the energy on Earth, the light on Earth is different now. And so you're going to see those vegetables grow in a different way, and they're going to be bigger, you know. And so I think I ordered a greenhouse because I don't want to dig them out of the ground every day and deal with that again, because it saves time having a greenhouse and doing it that way. So that's what I'm doing this year. And then putting fertilizer on your garden is good. So the air is changing, and then putting your hands in the soil and feeling the nutrients from that is important too. That's how they always tell me when something's going on with my body. They're always saying, go sit in a hot springs. The nutrients from Earth will float up and then re-neutralize the body. They show me that. So, and then the vibration strength is stronger too. It's a strong frequency. You can hear my dog. Luna. Luna. She'd drink gallons of water if she could. So the soil's changing. So grounded feeling, almost like you're feeling this frequency that feels like you can lift out of your body. A couple of weeks ago, I was in my bed and I really felt like my spirit just wanted to break out. And it was just a vibration that was strong. It was like, whoa. So everything's changing. So for the spring, I feel like, you know, 1 week you're gonna have winter. It's gonna be cold, drafty, and then I think we're gonna go straight into spring quickly. It's not gonna be a slow transition. I feel like there's a lot behind it, and we're gonna go into spring pretty fast. So I think grass and things that you see grow are gonna grow different too. So pay attention to that this summer and everything. And then they're showing me from spring to summer, it's gonna be boom overnight. The weather's gonna change really hot, really quick. So they're showing me that too. Yeah, this is just natural hair day. Let's see. And then we're going to talk about animals. Animals' behavior, that the animal's behavior has been very calm, content, quiet, you know, and I mean everything. And I live in a farm, so I see it around me everywhere. There's just not this negative, challenging energy with animals. And I think you're going to see that more in the spring too. So really connecting with animals is important, because I think they're a step ahead of us on understanding what's going on this earth right now. So what does it tell you about the animals, and why are they content with things? It's crazy, right? Okay, here we go. A railroad system. The biggest, oldest transportation for supplies there is. If that goes down, it's a totally different ballgame. I'm just telling you. Because that goes everywhere. Keep an eye on that railroad system, because you trigger the farmers, you trigger the truckers, you will trigger the railroad. It's coming. But it's not time to panic. I think in the inner cities, they're LA, Illinois, they're not supplying because people are going in more and they're just stealing stuff left and right, and the law enforcement's not doing anything about it. I think they're just fed up, and you're going to start to see those move out further away from especially democratic cities. So people think, and it's not only that, truck drivers do not want to go into the Democratic cities anymore. They don't want to serve them. So people think they're running out, and it's not that. I don't think that at all. And so I think we all need to balance ourselves off and decide what we really need in our life and appreciate those guys that travel and supply us with what we need. But you have to look at it. You keep treating them wrong, you keep treating them badly, they're not going to come to your cities. They're not going to show up. And I don't see any of the Democratic upper class people getting out and doing the work, driving a truck. Do you? They're not going to do it. They're not going to drive very far to get their supplies. So they're kind of screwed. They're screwing themselves. So the supply, it's going to move. It's going to keep going. Nothing can go up against this and win. Just telling you they can't. They may make it look like for a play, but they pick the weakest leader in this world, the weakest country, the most programmed, and they'll take them down. They will take them down in numbers, and eventually the police departments have to make a decision. They're going to have to decide whose side they're on. Because let me tell you, the other side, the ones that have been controlling that area, they're backstabbers. And honestly, I don't even think he's alive. I think what you're seeing is another show. And they've got to show you an example. They are doing something, if you've noticed, with this, that Democrats never wanted. They never wanted Asians, African Americans, Caucasians, all ethics of skin and religion come together and support each other. You see what this is doing? You got Hutterites, and they're involved too, and they mind their own business, but when it comes to this stuff, they're like, no, we're going to take care of our people. This is changing how we work together and how we carry each other. And the one thing I will tell you, do not mess with our children. We are past the point of fear does not exist in our mindset no more. It is beyond that. It is getting to a goal, and it's about winning. So if you want to take on that, it won't be good. They are one little country, but I'm telling you, you don't see any other country stepping up for them. No one likes him. You've seen it on TV. They dismiss him when he's in any type of UN meetings or anything like that, or world event meetings, because they can't stand his ass. And so he's like the black sheep right now, and everybody's turning away from him in that way. So I would definitely tell you that this is going to play out in phases. And each phase is important to see and witness and go through. You have to understand the numbers are the strength, and they're going to bring the numbers there, and the government and the police will not be able to fight it off. It will not. So, and you got to understand there's an essence of an energy that's behind this that will protect them too. And that's what's driving them inside, is that light, that resolution, that freedom. And you, nobody on this planet is going to kill that or stop that. They mean business, and they ain't playing no more. So I want you to think about that. Remember I told you that this event and how things would play out would bring us to our knees and make us humble. You know, the thing is, truck drivers, every race, every religion, someone drives a truck. It affects all of us, every one of us. They got a tough enough job, and then you're adding more red tape onto it just for confusion. They'll shut you down. That's what they're doing to. And you watch the railroad, it's going to happen. You can isolate them in a town, and the Democrats can be isolated in a town, and they can stand around the gate. But eventually you're going to run out of food, and there ain't going to be no truck driver to deliver it. And the Democrats are too selfish. They don't care about each other. They'll protect themselves. And they also stab each other in the back. That's how they are. So when you're messing with children and threatening, and I would like to see one CPS go in there and do that. There isn't one that's going to do it. They're fearful for their life. Where they live, where they go, where they work. There's no way. I don't care how many police you have with you. It will not protect you. You might as well be off this planet. So that's my opinion on that whole situation. So it's a sinking ship. That whole country is a sinking ship, and it's going to go down, and the light is going to win. That's just it, period. This is part of the example, just like the UK. I think 4 or 5 years ago, I told people the money European is going to go down. No, that can never happen. It's happening. They gave in quick. So we're at that point with that sinking ship. Hutterites, Amish, Jewish, farmers, truckers, drivers, natives, bringing horses. You can't stop it. You can't stop everybody. And then you got no country helping you. Isn't that funny? This is showing an example. This is showing you what needs to happen, because people can't wake up enough. They're still going by the news and believing that we're in some states of war with a puppet that does not even really exist. So you got to understand the light is behind this, guiding this, protecting them. I'm just telling you, you can feel it in them. You can feel it in each one of them. You can feel their inspiration. You can feel their respect. You can feel all colors of skin coming together. And that's not what they wanted. And I think that's a beautiful process, because the next step for us in 4D, we have to accept how they look on that side. And this is the beginning of something that is good in that way. So I'm not afraid. I don't have fear in me. I'm not feeling that anybody's going to win of darkness. They are going to win of the light. And it's going to be phenomenal and big. And big. So that's part of something I was going to talk about. Every color, religion, they're all on the same team. And they're all going to hide in the democratic cities and be isolated for a while, but eventually they will pick them out, and filter them out, push them into the corner like they should be. So it'll bring you to your knees, this event. This is going to look worse. It's going to look worse than it is, the real reason behind it. But I will tell you something. When something like this is happening, they're trying to keep you distracted. And I guarantee you, where you need to be watching is Washington right now. The White House, everything is going on right there. There's some major shit going on right now, and they don't want you to see that. They don't want you to witness it. They want to keep you occupied. Keep your eyes on the White House. Laws are changing. People are challenging school boards. They are getting in some deep shit. And people aren't taking it. And they're going to stand up no matter what. You're not going to stop them. They all expected you to just follow behind and follow the rules. But they didn't actually think that you would follow God's Spirit And that's what people don't. Every person that's down there is chosen and picked in God's light to be a warrior and stand up against this. You're never gonna win against the light. Never. And every time in the past you've lost. You always lose to the light because you are not as strong as the light is. You know, and darkness, very earthbound control. They don't have control on the outer aspects of things because the light wins. The light is smarter. So I'm just telling you, sit back, look at things at different view, how each is played out in a stage of aggression. You need to really look at other countries that were so-called the people won. They were aggressive, very aggressive, way more aggressive than what you're seeing now. So I want you to look at that and think about that for a while, because they're aggressive, but they're not that bad yet. They have the equipment and the means to stop everything because they've always had. My suggestion is turn off the news. Stop going to the media bar and listening to what is not really going on. Everybody is going down. So I'm going to continue to work on these 4-dimensional beings and go into 5 because it seems like nobody is drawing them. No one is really showing you the prints of them. And I'm going to do that because that's what they want. They want you to understand the attention needs to be up there. The attention needs to be paying attention to that and what's going on outside and that view of getting your mindset ready. The ones that are, you know, people are saying they're helping, if they're keeping you dumbed down, if they're telling you to limit yourself or you can't open that door on your own, they're full of it. They can. You can. You can do this on your own. And I did the universal line going up off Earth to show people that they could do it on their own too. So this is important for you guys to get to a different perception of understanding and really pull yourself back. Because I tell you, I haven't been in that fear mode in a long time and I don't see anything coming that I need to be. But that film in 3D is still rolling around and feeding people and they're still drinking from it. It's just ridiculous. You need to look deeper what's really happening. Laws are changing. I think everything in New York's gonna flip, including your judges and your lawyers. And then the Masons will go down too. It's all a process. So if you guys need any readings, remote viewing, herbal healing, you know how to contact me. So I will probably come on next week and show you some more drawings that I'm doing and interpretations that I'm still working on, the tablet stuff. But I just want to come on here and just talk to you one-on-one. So that's all I gotta say. Have a good day.